everyone, in this video we will cover the current affairs. Before we move ahead, let me inform you that these questions are part of our daily 20 MCQ series in GK Today's Academy Android application. So if you are looking for the text version of these questions and their explanations along with the interactive quiz, you may consider joining our daily 20 MCQ series in Academy Android application. So in this app course you get daily 20 MCQs, a fortnightly quiz, a monthly revision document and also category wise revision ebooks which are optimized for reading on your mobile itself. Apart from it, you are also able to access all archives of questions from January 2020 onwards. Please check our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. For hard copy books, you can visit our website gktbooks.com. Okay. So now without wasting any further time, let's get started.
Good morning everyone. Welcome back to GK Today. And today we'll be discussing most important MCQs for 23rd of November 2021. Starting with very first question. Which country won the T20 World Cup trophy in 2021? So recently Australia has won its T20 World Cup trophy after 14 years long wait, and Australia chased the 173 run target set by the New Zealand due to Kane Williamson's 85 runs. So Australia had reached the final match in the year 2010. However, the team has not reached the summit clash after that. Also, Australia has set a new record for the highest successful run chase as they reached 173 with 7 balls to spare. Okay. Now, a few days back we have seen that recently Japan has announced a stimulus plan under which the country will spend 2 trillion yen or $18 billion on cash payments to the households with children under the age of 18 years. So this is regardless of their household income, and it is aimed to tackle the impact of COVID-19 pandemic. Also recently we have seen that the former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe has won the Padma Vibhushan of 2020 under the Public Affairs category. And talking about Australia, recently it has announced its plans to send an Australian rover to the moon by the year 2026 under a deal with NASA, and this will collect high resolution data and information on the physical and chemical composition of lunar dust, soil and rocks with the goal of finding water. Okay. Question number 2. Which country is set to host the first Tribal Nation Summit since 2016? So the USA is set to host the first Tribal Nation Summit since 2016, and President Joe Biden will announce more steps to improve public safety and justice for Native Americans during the summit. And leaders from more than 570 tribes in the USA are expected to participate in this two-day event. And the summit is being held virtually due to the obviously COVID-19 pandemic that has heavily affected Native Americans and Alaska natives. Okay. Now in the previous lecture we have seen that US President Joe Biden had signed Secure Equipment Act recently that stops the companies judged as a security threat from receiving new telecom equipment licenses. And further the act says that FCC means Federal Communication Commission should no longer review the applications from the companies ruled as a threat. Fine. Also we have seen that the US Navy has recently launched a ship named after a gay rights activist, Harvey Milk, who was forced to resign from the service because of his sexuality in 1950s. Also, Defense Ministry has signed agreement with USA to procure Mk-54 torpedo and expendables worth 423 crore rupees for the Indian Navy. So these weapons are the outfit of P-85 aircraft which has been used for long-range maritime security, surveillance and anti-surface warfare. So Indian Navy has a total of 11 P-8I aircraft which are manufactured by US aerospace company Boeing. Fine. Question number 3. Which state has approved Kesari Hind as the state butterfly? So Arunachal Pradesh State Cabinet headed by Chief Minister Pema Khandu, has approved this large, brightly colored Kesari Hind as the state butterfly. And the cabinet meeting was held at the Pakke Tiger Reserve for the very first time. And this butterfly is found in total 6 states of India. Fine. Now, Pakke Tiger Reserve was also in news because recently Arunachal Pradesh cabinet has adopted the Pakke Tiger Reserve 2047 declaration on climate change, resilient and responsive Arunachal Pradesh. And the declaration proposes a multi-sector approach towards low emission and climate resilient development through mainly 5 broad themes. First is environment, second is forest and climate change, third is health and well-being of all, fourth is sustainable and adaptive living, and last is livelihood and collaborative action. Okay. Now, few days back we have seen that Sela tunnel from Arunachal Pradesh was very much in news, and the construction of this tunnel is expected to be over by June 2022, and it is expected to be the world's largest bi-lane tunnel at an altitude of nearly 13,000 feet, and the construction is being undertaken by Border Roads Organization. So now it will basically cut down the distance to the China border through Arunachal Pradesh by 10 kilometers. Fine. Question number 4. The government passed ordinances extending the tenures of CBI and ED chiefs up to how many years? So the government passed 2 ordinances extending the tenures of the chiefs of Central Bureau of Investigation and Enforcement Directorate to up to 5 years. So currently the chiefs of the 2 central agencies have 2-year tenure, and now with the ordinance, the current ED chief S.K. Mishra, who is already on an extension, would continue as a chief. And the chiefs of the top agencies can be given extensions every year for up to 3 years after they complete this 2-year term. Okay. Now, apart from it, a national steering committee has been formed recently for the implementation of Nipun Bharat Mission. And yes, you have to tell me what does Nipun stands for. So this will be chaired by our Union Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan, and Vice Chairman would be Annapurna Devi, who is the Minister of State for Education. Now, apart from it, the Union Ministry for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship has launched Phase 2 of Mahatma Gandhi National Fellowship Scheme, and it is a 2-year-long fellowship that aims to create opportunities for youth to contribute to enhance skill development at the grassroots level. Now you have to tell me, recently Prime Minister Narendra Modi has launched the Pradhan Mantri Atmanirbhar Swasth Bharat Yojana from where? And this scheme basically aims to strengthen our healthcare infrastructure across the country to fill critical gaps in public health infrastructure, especially in critical care facilities and primary care in both rural and urban areas. So please write your answers in the comments. Question number 5. India's wholesale inflation climbed to a 5-month high of dash in October 2021. So wholesale inflation climbed to a 5-month high of 12.54% in the month of October due to a rise in prices of fuel and power, vegetable oils and chemicals. So this is the 7th consecutive month in which wholesale inflation has remained in double digits, and it was 10.66% in the month of September. So basically wholesale fuel and power inflation rose to 37.18% in the month of October, while core inflation moved up to 11.9% and the manufacturing inflation was at 12%. Fine. Now apart from it, India's retail inflation rate for the month of October as measured by CPI is 4.48%. And the final Glasgow COP26 summit has been concluded with a global agreement that aims to cap global warming at 1.5 degrees Celsius. Also earlier we have seen that recently RBI has announced its first Harbinger 2021 Innovation for Transformation with the theme of Smarter Digital Payments. So this hackathon invites the participants to develop solutions to make digital payments accessible to the underserved category, and also it enhances the ease of payments and talks about security of digital payments. Okay. Question number 6. When is the International Day for Tolerance observed every year by the United Nations? So every year, the International Day for Tolerance is observed on 16th of November by the United Nations, and a resolution in this regard was passed by UN General Assembly in the year 1996 as a follow-up of the United Nations Year for Tolerance celebrated by UN in 1995. Now apart from it, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated the Audit Divas celebrations at the CAG office, and this is the very first time this day is being celebrated in India. So this position was founded in the year 1858 under the Government of India Act after merging of audit departments of Bengal, Madras and Bombay presidencies. Hence, the first Auditor General took charge in the year 1860. Now apart from it, we celebrate World Diabetes Day on 14th of November. And the theme for this year was access to diabetes care, if not now, when. World Pneumonia Day is observed on 12th of November. Also on the same day, we celebrate Public Service Broadcasting Day. Why? To commemorate the only visit of Mahatma Gandhi to All India Radio in New Delhi in the year 1947. Question number 7. What is the phenomena named when the sun, earth and a full moon form a perfect lineup and the moon moves into the earth's shadow? So this phenomena, when the sun, earth and full moon form a perfect lineup and the moon moves into the earth's shadow, is called as lunar eclipse. Why it was in news? Because recently the USA witnessed the longest partial lunar eclipse and the longest in 580 years on 17th of November 2021. So as per the NASA, the eclipse lasted for 3 hours and 28 minutes. Now apart from it, the NASA European Space Agency Hubble Space Telescope has captured the majestic spiral galaxy UGC 11537, and Hubble's Wide Field Camera 3 has captured the tight spiral arms at infrared and visible wavelengths. So this is a 230 million light years away in the constellation Aquila, and it lies close to the plane of Milky Way. Now apart from it, NASA's fastest spacecraft ever flown, named as the Parker Solar Probe, was launched in the year 2018 to investigate the sun, and the spacecraft has gotten closer to the sun than any other mission, as the craft has been designed to move at very high speed and it can withstand very high temperature as well. So recently it has been found that hypervelocity dust impacts have led to plasma explosions on this Parker Solar Probe. Okay. Question number 8. Kashi Utsav is a 3-day program organized by which ministry? So the Union Ministry of Culture has organized this Kashi Utsav in Varanasi, which aims to celebrate the classic heritage and culture of Kashi. And there were 3 different themes for 3 days. For first day, the theme was Kashi ke Hastakshar. Second is Kabir Raidas ki Bani aur Nirgun Kashi. And the theme for last day was Kavita aur Kahani, Kashi ki Zubani. Now also Ministry of Culture has launched a unified mobile application for the Azadi ke Amrit Mahotsav events to enable access to all the information related to the celebrations. Then the Union Ministry of Science and Technology has launched TechNev@75 as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, and it was inaugurated by Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh. So this initiative is a one-year celebration which aims to highlight the impact of science and technology in empowering various communities and lead to inclusive growth. Now apart from it, under Member of Parliament Local Area Development Scheme, each MP is allotted 5 crore rupees per annum, which is to be spent for development purposes. Okay. Question number 9. Where is India's first food museum launched? So the Union Minister for Commerce, Industry, Food and Public Distribution, Mr. Piyush Goyal, has virtually inaugurated India's first food museum at Tanjore in Tamil Nadu. So the museum has been developed jointly by Food Corporation of India and Visvesvaraya Industrial and Technological Museums at a project cost of nearly 1.1 crore rupees. Now apart from it, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has inaugurated Bhagwan Birsa Munda Smriti Udyan cum Freedom Fighters Museum in Ranchi via video conferencing. So Jharkhand was carved out of Bihar on the birth anniversary of Birsa Munda, who was the 19th century freedom fighter and tribal leader. And the state's chief minister Hemant Soren has launched a universal pension scheme for vulnerable sections to mark the state's foundation day. Also recently, the Union Defence Minister Rajnath Singh has inaugurated first operationalized private sector defence manufacturing facility in UP DIC, that is Uttar Pradesh Defence Industrial Corridor in Lucknow. Then the Defence Ministry's celebration event named as Rashtra Raksha Samarpan Parv is recently held at Jhansi as a part of Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav celebrations in India. And under this event, the Prime Minister launched and dedicated multiple initiatives of the defence sector to the nation, and the event aims to provide thrust to a Make in India for defence sector. Okay. Now coming to last question, as per a latest report by McKinsey and Company, which country has become richest nation in the world as of November 2021? So as per a latest report by the McKinsey and Company, China has overtaken USA to become the richest nation in the world, and the report states that the global wealth had tripled over the last 2 decades, and China has accounted for almost 1/3 of the staggering rise in global wealth. Now apart from it, the Communist Party of China has adopted a landmark resolution commonly called as Historic Resolution, which would enable the country's President Xi Jinping to secure an unprecedented 3rd term in office next year and rule China throughout his life. So now by adopting this resolution, he is placed equal to the iconic past leaders Mao Zedong and Deng Xiaoping, and has become the 3rd leader of China to have this historic resolution. Now apart from it, the government of India has partnered with Asian Development Bank to fund development projects in Agartala, Tripura. So a pact has been signed in this regard for $61 million, or you can say 454 crore rupees. Headquarter of ADB lies in Manila, Philippines. Fine. Now let us start with today's quiz. Here on the slide you can see 5 questions which have been taken from the past 2-3 days current affairs. Pause the video and try to solve each of these questions, and at the end of the lecture, do not forget to share your scores in the comment section. So please be honest and do not cheat with yourself. So that's it for today. I hope you have liked the session. These were the important news and events from today, and we will meet again tomorrow with some more important current affairs. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and please do not forget to subscribe to GK Today. With this, Meenu Zarsana signing off.